Hey guys, my name's Cooper with DreamQuest Games, and I'm going to be talking a little more in depth about trading in our new game called Alpha Colony. So once everyone has taken their turn exploring the map, installing rovers, and hunting the Wampus, the game turns to the production phase. During this phase, resource cards are produced by developed land plots, but not before a random event affects the colony. These events can be anything from solar flares to sandworms or planet quakes, all with their own unique effect on the players and their resources. In this case, pests are attacking these two farms, causing them not to produce food for their owners this turn. Events like these create interesting choices during the trade phase by setting up supply and demand situations. Players need food to feed their colonists and start their turn. If they are unable to offer food, a random card is taken from their hand. In this example, this shortage has created an issue for Chris and Jonathan that they must decide how to deal with during the trade phase. When the trade phase begins, we get to see the three cards offered by the auctioneer. In this case, we have a food card, a land plot, and a crystal. But each turn, the cards offered will vary. All resources in the game have their own unique function. Food cards are used to feed your colonists and start your turn. A land plot card represents a specific plot of land on the board. If a player wins a land plot card in the auction, they now own that plot of land and can develop it how they choose. Crystal cards are essentially victory points. The ultimate goal of the game is to collect these crystals, and at the end of 12 turns, the player with the most crystals wins. During the trade phase, players bid on the auctioneer's cards with their own resources. All the bids are taken at the same time, and players can't see their opponent's bids. Once all the bids are placed, the bids are resolved one at a time, each card going to the highest bidder. In our player Jasmine's situation, she has the food cards to feed her colonists, as well as the ore and energy cards to develop a new plot. She's decided to bid a food card and an ore card in hopes of winning a new land plot. Since she has plenty of food, she has decided not to place a bid on the food card. Similarly, for her to win the crystal card, she would need to place a large bet to beat out her opponents. If she did this, she wouldn't have the resources to develop land during her next turn, so she's decided against bidding on the crystal. Once all the bids are in, we see how each auction resolves. Because Chris and Jonathan were victims of the pest attack during the production phase, they need food for their next turn. Chris bid 2 energy and won the food card. Jasmine was able to win the land plot with her bid of a food card and an ore card. Tom placed a large bid on the crystal card and managed to win it. Unfortunately, Jonathan wasn't able to win anything in this auction. Hopefully this helps explain the trading phase more clearly and shows a bit of the strategy involved in Alpha Colony. Thanks for listening, and if you haven't, make sure to check out our Kickstarter page and like us on Facebook.